how are you feeling? Because we were speaking to Richard, who was in Cannes earlier, and he had a late night last night. I'd imagine it was early to bed in preparation for a busy day of sport and fundraising, Mike. Is that right?
Yeah. Ben, you know me. I'm to bed early all the time, and I never like to rush anything. So yeah, I'm fully slept up. Got a lot of time, planned everything, planned the whole routine, planned the whole round. You know I like to do that. So yeah, it's been a very casual morning.
Yeah, of course it has. Not a last-ditch scrabble to get here.
But you're not casual, are you, about the causes that you're raising money for at all? They're both very close to your heart. You've learned the direct effect of Parkinson's on your family, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean it's always difficult. I think my dad got diagnosed in 2003, and he was a sportsman himself, and I think he probably wasted 18 months before he got diagnosed, because he had this sort of stigma that he didn't want to. He had a sort of tingling in his finger, and he didn't really ever want to admit there was something wrong. And 18 months down the line, he got diagnosed with Parkinson's, and he is where he is right now. And I think the last 2 years have been a big drop-off for him, and I think he would be happy to admit that. And it's, I think it's difficult for him, and it's difficult for everyone who has it in terms of just coming to terms with losing that power, losing that strength that you're used to carrying. And yeah, he's had to adapt a lot in the last sort of 3 or 4 years, and especially in the last 2 years.
And how have you found it, Michael? Because of course this is a man that I'm sure you used to play rugby with a lot as a kid, all growing up through your life. You used to mess around with, like I do with my boys, and wrestle with. To suddenly see your father suffering from this illness.
I mean, it is difficult. I think so people always ask, what was your abiding memory of your dad, and it would always be in the back garden playing rugby. My brother played rugby, all my cousins played rugby, all my dad's brothers played rugby. So we're from a very, very long-lasting line of rugby players, and for him, you can see that he still wants to be able to get out there, and with Mia, with Alice, my brother's daughter, he still wants to be out there doing it, and unfortunately he just can't do it to the same level that his brain thinks he can, and how he wants to do it, and you can see that it's frustrating and it's difficult for him. And with the Cure Parkinson's Trust, why they're so attractive to me is my dad is where he is now, and they want to reverse it, they want to stop it, they want to in some ways just end the Parkinson's, and they're doing a lot of different levels of trials in terms of trying to create this place where they can actually stop Parkinson's. They can reverse it in terms of dopamine cells, whether it be stem cell, whether it be other different trials that they've got going on, and that's why they're such an attractive charity to myself. Is I would love to see my dad get back what he's losing gradually over time, and hopefully they can do that in the development phase that they're at.